The Snowy River is Australia's most famous river. In 2002, after a hard-fought 10-year community campaign, laws were passed by 3 governments, Victoria, New South Wales and the Commonwealth, to restore flows to the Snowy River. In 2010, the media focused on big spring flows below Jindabyne Dam. Everyone now thinks that the Snowy River has been saved. This is what it looks like now. Just above Jindabyne Dam, in the Kosciosko National Park, the Snowy River is dry for most of the year. Construction of the Snowy Mountains hydroelectric scheme began in 1949. During that time, 12 rivers and 71 creeks were captured and diverted west to the Murray Darling Basin for hydroelectricity generation and Murray Darling irrigation. The Snowy scheme is owned by Snowy Hydro Limited. Unsustainable volumes of water continue to be diverted from the Snowy River to the Murray Darling Basin, yet the Snowy scheme is not included in the proposed Murray Darling Basin plan. In 2012, more than 2,000 gigalitres per year is still diverted west to the Murray Darling Basin. Approximately 1,000 gigalitres from the Snowy River alone is diverted to the Murray Darling, with no environmental flows to the upper Snowy River.
Nearly all of the water above Lake Jindabyne goes west. By and large, the major portion of the water that flows down this mighty Snowy River goes over into the Western Division of New South Wales for irrigation. And a lot of the tourists that come to this area think this is what the Snowy is like all the way down the mountain to Victoria. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
Most of us come down the track, cross the Snowy River here at the so-called stepping stones, and people see a healthy river. But around the corner, it's dead. There's Guthiga Dam, bang. You would never build the Snowy scheme today. From an environmental point of view, it's a catastrophe.
There are 4 dams on the Snowy River: Guthiga Dam, Yukonbean Dam, Island Bend Dam, and Jindabyne Dam. In the Snowy water licence, increased flows were scheduled to be delivered to the upper Snowy in the Kosciosko National Park below Guthiga Dam from 2007-2008 and below Island Bend Dam from 2009 and 2010, yet these have still not been delivered.
We are looking at the Gungahlin Aqueduct. According to the Snowy water licence, this aqueduct should have been allowing for environmental flow releases in 2009-2010, and to date no water has bypassed this aqueduct. We want to know why.
Many other Snowy tributary rivers and streams are not scheduled to ever get environmental flows at all, including the east branch of the Snowy, the Yukonbean River, the Moamba, the Barangabuggy, Diggers Creek, and many others.
Potentially, the Barangabuggy can be decommissioned to provide vital living flows into the Snowy River below Island Bend. And this is one of the myriad of weir and aqueduct systems in the alpine and subalpine area that is actually robbing the Snowy River of vital flows. Now, the great tragedy of these systems is that In hindsight, with knowledge as to the environmental damage and limitation of the Snowy scheme and hydro schemes around the planet, we should actually decommission this weir. It's out of sight, it's out of mind, and so it hasn't been decommissioned.
The Snowy River is still not protected by any national environmental law. The time is now to return water to the upper Snowy River.